Good morning and welcome to Daily Red Devil for all of your latest Manchester United transfer news and talk. Before we get into today's show, please do me a small favour. Make sure to drop a like on today's video and be sure to subscribe to the channel, bottom right hand corner. The question I've got for you today is in relation to the striker situation at Manchester United. Who should Manchester United sign as a new striker? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. We are going to start the show off by talking about that exact topic. So the story coming out this morning is that apparently Manchester United are desperate to sign Victor Osimhen. I would love for Victor Osimhen to come to Manchester United. I think he's absolutely quality. I think he's exactly the kind of player we need. We need someone experienced, someone who's going to get you 20 goals a season. And unfortunately, for many reasons, Rasmus Højlund just isn't that. He's not experienced. He's not prolific. If anything, he's got worse since he joined Manchester United. Again, had another very poor game yesterday. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know why he just doesn't seem to be able to score. It's so infuriating. And if you look at his stats from the season, let's have a little look. Let's have a look at Højlund's stats this season. He has played... Where are we? So this season, he has played 28 games in the Premier League and he scored 3 goals. So he's averaging a goal every 10 games in the Premier League. I mean, that's awful, isn't it? Absolutely awful. And I'm sure he knows that himself. He's scoring 1 goal every 1,663 minutes. That's even more than... That's mad. 1,000... So every goal, 1 goal per 1,663 minutes. How does that make sense? I don't get that because there's 90 minutes in a game of football. Anyway, he's not been very good. That's the simple maths of it, isn't it? We don't need to go into the finite details. And there was another interesting stat here that Sky Sports had put out that said yesterday. So in yesterday's match, Højlund had 1 shot in the whole game. His XG was 0.07 and he only touched the ball 14 times in the whole game. He created no chances. I mean, that's terrible. 1 shot in a game at home against Wolves. And we haven't even spoke about the Wolves game. Does anybody really care about Premier League anymore? I don't know. I've kind of lost complete interest in Manchester United in the Premier League. It's just like... I mean, there's nothing really to talk about other than negativity, is there, if you actually think about it? I don't think we can mathematically get relegated now. Let me just double check. So there's 5 games left. Yeah, we can't mathematically get relegated. Even if we lost every single game this season and Ipswich won every single game, they would still only be on 36 points and we're on 38. So we're not getting relegated. I don't think we can get into the top 10 now. We're 10 points off the top 10 with only 15 points left to play. I mean, do you know what I mean? Mathematically, yes, we could get into the top 10. But realistically, we're not going to. So, yeah, we're level on points with Wolverhampton Wanderers. If Tottenham win tonight, we'll be 15th by the end of today. It's crazy, isn't it? I honestly could see us finishing 17th. I saw another stat yesterday that said that this is the most losses Man United have ever had in a season. They've lost, I think it's 19 games in a Premier League season, which is crazy. Imagine if we'd have lost against Lyon as well. I honestly think if we'd have lost against Lyon and then what happened yesterday happened, I think there would have been portions of the fan base calling for Ruben Amarim to be sacked. Now, I'm not saying that that's what I want, but I'm just saying, you know, to be pretty much 1 position above the relegation zone, it's crazy for a team like Manchester United, you know? When you look at our recent games, we lost to Wolves, we lost to Newcastle, we drew 0-0 with Man City, lost to Nottingham Forest. We haven't won a Premier League game since we beat Leicester, which was about 6 or 7 weeks ago. And then if you go before then, it's like draw. Yeah, it's been awful, hasn't it? There isn't really any other way of sugarcoating it. It's been an awful, awful season for Manchester United. And we need to see a massive rebuild in the summer. Huge rebuild. But the problem we have is this. If we don't qualify for Champions League, which at this point, I would say it's 50-50 whether we qualify for Champions League. Maybe even less. But yeah, if we don't qualify for Champions League, I can't see us being able to buy people like Victor Osimhen and players like that. You know, it's going to be extremely difficult. So yeah, it is worrying, really. There's no other way of talking about it. It's concerning. I'm worried. I assume you're probably all worried as well. Yeah, I don't know. It's just tough, isn't it? It's a tough time to be a Manchester United fan. We can hope and we can pray that it comes good, but I don't know. I don't know how much hope I'm actually holding out at the moment. It's yeah, not ideal at all. But yeah, I don't know. How do people feel this morning? Like, are people still firmly behind Ruben Amarim? Like, how long are you going to stick with Ruben Amarim? I think for me, he has to have a whole summer transfer window. But the thing with that is he going to be able to get the money he needs to be able to do what he needs? Is he going to be able to get rid of the players he needs to do the things he needs? And that's the question. And I'm not sure, really. I'm not sure if he will be able to get the money he needs. And I'm not sure if the players that he wants to leave will leave because, you know, they've all got it pretty comfortable at Manchester United. We know that. We know that these players are happy just earning their excessive money that they're not going to earn anywhere else. Yeah, I don't know. And that's kind of what concerns me. It's like, it's all good and well us sitting here saying, oh, let's sell this player, let's sell that player. But in reality, are we going to be able to move on all of these players? You know, that's the big question. And I'm not sure if we will. I'm really not sure. I think it's going to be difficult. Obviously, I hope that we're able to do that. But in reality, it's not going to be easy. Because you have to remember, a lot of these players who are here at the moment are being paid way more money than they're ever going to be paid anywhere else. You know, like no top club's going to pay most of these players the level of money that we're paying them. That's a fact. It's not even an opinion, it's a fact. We're massively overpaying on probably 90% of the squad is currently being overpaid at the moment, right? So you can see why they're like, oh, I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying here. I'm comfortable. My family's happy. I'm earning, you know, 350k a week to do nothing. So yeah, it's a difficult one, but we just have to hope and pray that Ineos know what they're doing. I think there's a lot of question marks around Ineos, of course. Hope and pray that they know what they're doing, and hope and pray that that we have the window that we're all kind of craving for. You know, a massive window, completely revamp the squad. Yeah, we'll see. But at the moment, I don't really know. I don't know whether it will be possible, you know. But let me know how you're feeling this morning, guys. Like, are you still firmly behind Ruben Amarim? Are you starting to be a little bit concerned? Like, it's just a question, you know. I'm still behind him because I think realistically the fault lies on Ineos for bringing him in mid-season when he didn't want to come in. That's where the fault lies. The fault does not lie with Ruben Amarim, I don't think. Obviously, there'll be some bits that lie with him, but you know, at the end of the day, the manager publicly said that he didn't want to join mid-season, and because he doesn't have players that suit the system and all the rest of it. But obviously, Ineos, for whatever reason, didn't listen. So, yeah, I don't know. It's a hard one. There isn't really a right or wrong answer, is there? It's an incredibly difficult one to give like a definitive opinion on. I obviously think that Ruben Amarim deserves a chance to, you know, to make it work. And I think he deserves at least one summer to like bring in the players he needs, because like I said, the likelihood of him being able to sign all the people he wants in one window and get rid of all the people he wants in one window is probably quite small. You know, it's probably not going to happen. So, yeah. But anyway, let's move on to something different. Let's talk a little bit about Tyler Dibling. Let's talk about Tyler Dibling then. So the story this morning is, well, Tyler Dibling's done an interview where he's talking about Manchester United's interest in signing him. And it's just a very normal interview. He's not giving away much. He's saying that, he's saying that he loves Southampton. He's been there since he's 8 years old. The interest from teams like Manchester United flatters him, and you know, all the usual stuff. Nothing Nothing too out of the ordinary. I like Tyler Dibling. I think he would be a good player for Manchester United, but I don't think he's worth anywhere near 100 million. I don't think he's worth. I don't know. I think he's probably worth like 20 or 30 million, realistically. Yeah, I think that's probably like the absolute max that I would be looking at for someone like Tyler Dibling, like 20, 30 million. I get that, I get that people are paying for potential. I get that that's realistically what's going on here. But yeah, just for me, it's a no. I wouldn't do that deal. I don't think it's worth it. I don't think he's worth 100 million. He's even said himself that he's not worth 100 million. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think anybody's going to pay that amount of money either, realistically. Like, nobody's going to pay 100 million for Tyler Dibling, are they? I honestly think they'd be lucky to get like 20 to 30 million. And that's like maybe even being kind. Maybe a team like Tottenham come in and buy him. I don't know. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Right. Let's have a look at. Let's see what people are saying in the chat this morning. Most people in the chat say they're behind Ruben Amarim, which is good. Somebody else says, I'm tired of this system. Very boring, stiff, predictable. The players are confused on the pitch. Fair enough. Fair enough. That's obviously your opinion. Do I disagree? I don't know. I guess I disagree. I think I agree with you that it doesn't work with these set of players. I agree with that. That these set of players and this system doesn't work, but I don't think that we can just write this system off. I think it is a case of rebuilding the squad to suit this system. Otherwise, why did you bring this manager in? This squad, to me, suits park the bus, hit on the counter-attack. That is what this squad is built for. We saw it work under Ollie. We saw it work under Ten Hag. So I'm almost confident that, I'm very confident that if we were to literally just play park the bus football, I think we'd be pretty successful, genuinely. I think we'd probably be in the top 6. But if that happened, the Man United fan base would complain as well. They'd say this isn't the Man United way, etc. So it swings and roundabouts. If we play boring football but win games, people complain. If we try and do something different and we lose football games, people complain. The middle ground is that you play beautiful football and you win every single match. But how many teams do that? Arsenal supposedly play this beautiful football, but they've won less than Man United have in the last 6 years, in their best period in their recent history. So it's like, it's incredibly difficult, isn't it? What would you rather be, like a team like Brighton who play attractive football but finish 8th and win nothing, or a team that, I don't know, there's no right or wrong answer. There's pros and cons to both sides, but yeah, it is frustrating. But right, let's see what else we got in the chat. I was asking about how much money we have. It all depends on whether we get to Champions League football, mate. If we get Champions League football, I think we'll be able to spend probably 100 to 200 million, probably. If we don't, then I don't know. There's enough players that they can sell, though, so I don't think that's an excuse to say, oh, we don't have money. We do have money. We have assets. We have players. They're assets. We can sell them and we can bring in other players, So, yeah, I think to say we don't have any money is a bit of a lazy answer, and it's kind of like, it's a bit of a cop-out for the Glazers and Ineos, because we do have money. We just need to sell players to bring that money in. People like Anthony, people like Casemiro, people like Rashford, people like Sancho, maybe Garnacho goes, So yeah, I know what you mean, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not in 100% agreement with you, but yeah, I appreciate your message anyway. I do appreciate that. Let's see what else people are saying. Melchett says we should go for Patrick Schick. He'd probably cost around 20 to 25 million. Yeah, I mean it's an option, isn't it? I don't think it's going to take us to where we want to be, but it's better than what we've got. So that's kind of the topic here is I don't know. That's the difficult thing, isn't it? We know what we need to get to the top, but realistically, we're not going to be able to do that in one window unless we sell like 10 players, which is not going to happen. So we might be lucky to sell like 5 to 8 players. Remember, Lindelof's definitely going. Eriksen's definitely going. Tom Heaton's definitely going. There probably will be some others who are definitely going. So there will be players leaving, definitely. But yeah, it's just a case of how many players are going to be leaving. And will it be enough to be able to do what we need to do? That's the question. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see, innit? We'll see what happens. We'll see how it all progresses. But at the moment, it obviously doesn't look particularly good. As we all know, it looks very bleak. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to wrap the video up here, guys. I feel like it's a bit of a miserable morning, isn't it, for football, for Man United fans? Another loss in the Premier League. Another unconvincing performance. But obviously the bigger picture now is making sure we win that Europa League. You know, that has to be the goal here. Win the Europa League. And yeah, I mean, try and save some of the season, realistically. If we manage to do that, amazing. It's just whether we will be able to do that, you know. I'm not holding out much hope, to be honest. As I said at the beginning of the video, I think it's like 50-50 as to whether we'll win the Europa League. 50-50. It could go either way. So, yeah. Anyway, thank you very much for watching the show this morning. Please do make sure to subscribe. Please do make sure to like the video, and I will speak to you all on the next one. Bye for now, everybody. Have a great day. Speak to you all on the next one. Bye-bye.